You just don't end a best friendship over that.
You wouldn't think so. Leah, how many times do you think your boyfriend and your best friend have interacted?
Hey, I would say a handful.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so, but he hasn't, as far as you know, done something so offensive that she's just like, oh, no way am I going to, like he didn't try to grab her ass or something.
No, I don't know. God, no. I mean.
Funny you mention ass.
No.
I'm sorry?
Funny you mention ass.
Ooh.
You'll see.
I don't know where you're going with it.
You'll see.
All right, Leah, so obviously this has something to do with somebody's ass. So Tommy reached out to your best friend Morgan and asked her about this whole situation. And Tommy, our show director, can take it from here.
Yep. And she sent me an email back and she says, thanks for reaching out on their behalf. Can't believe they recruited a radio show to play the role of a mediator. Always looking for attention, I guess.
Shots have been fired.
Yep.
Look, I'll keep it real with you. My issues with Adam aren't just born out of thin air. Every encounter I've had with him has shown him to be an ass. His entire personality leaves a lot to be desired. However, I have specific examples. Like the time we all went out to dinner to celebrate a birthday for a friend. As the gifts were opened, he made fun of every single gift and the person who purchased them.
All right, hit pause. Leah, do you remember this incident? Is this accurate?
Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, I remember that birthday party, and he was on a roll. He has a good sense of humor.
Okay.
Another time at a friend's house, he interrupted everyone and kept trying to one-up every story someone had. Do you remember that?
I don't know. I mean, I remember. I can maybe know what she's talking about, but
nobody likes that person. Always tries to one-up. The straw that broke the camel's back for me was when he insulted my father. I invited Leah and Adam to my dad's retirement party. Right after a toast was given by my dad's coworker, Adam made a pretty insulting joke about my dad's choice in career. It was rude and awkward.
Did you overhear that?
I don't remember that. I remember going to her dad's party for sure. I thought we had a great time.
I mean, that's obviously that's the one that's going to hurt the most if he said something disrespectful about her dad, which obviously you know because you've both been friends since you were kids.
I know. I can understand that completely, but like he jokes. He's joking. He's not serious. He doesn't mean it. He jokes. He makes me laugh like that.
And that's great, Leah. But one person's joke may be another person's insult.
Especially in 2023.
Yeah.
So here's what she said about you, Leah. As for Leah, it stings, you know. We've been friends for years. To be tossed aside for a guy, especially that guy, it's kind of unforgivable. I thought our friendship was made of sturdier stuff. So, about the dinner, it's a hard pass for me. I genuinely hope she's happy with her choices. We all make them and live with the consequences after all. Morgan.
All right, Leah, the first thing I would say to Morgan is grow the F up.
That's what I should be saying to her.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that, look, if she's got a problem with this dude and she was insulted by something that he said about the gifts and the father, I understand that. You guys are best friends. Come to you and say that. Just don't cut off your best friend. And there's something else going on here also because that, like Kristen said, the shots she fired in the beginning here, always looking for attention, I guess. There's something more going on between the two of you guys and their relationship.
Well, I think
why did you do that?
I think she's talking about Adam and how he always tried to one-up every story. I think she thinks he's an attention whore.
No, it says, can't believe they've recruited a radio show to play the role of mediator, always looking for attention, I guess. So that's a shot at Leah.
It's a shot at the couple.
Yeah, but
it feels like a shot at me. Yeah.
She also said something that I was going to ask in the first part, but I was like, oh, maybe she's really bringing more about Morgan than like their friendship. She said that she felt like she was tossed aside for this guy. So, Leah, do you feel like you detached once you started dating Adam to where maybe she felt like you were doing what you're accusing Morgan of doing and cutting her off?
Well, I didn't feel like I was cutting her off. I mean, I certainly probably spent less time with her because she was expressing that she didn't like my boyfriend. So I'm not going to force her to hang out with him. But I mean, and when you get closer to somebody, you know, you start spending more time with them. So I'm sure I spent less time with her, but I feel like that's understandable, you know, and I'm still making time for her.
It's
had to be separate time.
It's understandable. I'm going to come to Morgan's defense here for a second. She didn't want to go into specifics. She told you she doesn't like the guy and she doesn't want to hang out with him, and she has her reasons, and that should be respected.
I get that Morgan has her feelings, but I'm with Bert on if this is your best friend, your absolute best friend. I feel like this is a conversation. Either way, I feel like she should have spoke to you about it, and if y'all couldn't come to an agreement, then I get her having to go her separate ways. But to just leave you hanging and expect you to understand everything that she's not even speaking to, I think you just got to cut your losses there.
But
this is one of the times on the Bert Show that just drives me crazy when we define best friend. That you can't just throw away a breast friendship. That sounds fun. A best friendship on something like this. This is not a best friend.
They did have conversations, and Morgan expressed herself multiple times to Leah that I don't like this guy. She didn't want to get into the specifics of it, which is well within her right. And Leah and he kept pushing, wanting her to have dinner, and she said she didn't want to have dinner. So I feel like this is one of those issues where I would like to hear both sides of the story, because I feel like Morgan has expressed herself to her friend, I don't like this guy, I don't want to be around him. And he's not coming back from this, Leah. So I think you guys can still maintain a friendship. He's just not going to be able to be a part of it.
Here is Bert Show listener Angie that wants in on this. Hey, Angie.
Hi, good morning. I love you guys.
Thank you. Love you too. I say that reluctantly because I just don't know you.
It's all good. It's all good. I had a best friend like this for over 10 years, and when I got with my fiance, she was not happy about it because she was single and wanted me to be single. So if I didn't fit her narrative, then I wasn't worth anything to her. So we're no longer friends.
It sucks. Hey, Leah, jump on the phone and talk to your best friend. I mean, if this is a best friend, I think the friendship is worth saving. You guys say no?
I think it's worth saving. I think part of it is that Morgan maybe felt discarded for a guy that she simply doesn't like and was kind of taking that out on her by detaching. And now everything's kind of falling apart.
But now everything's out in the open. You know exactly what her issues are. She's not going to like him. She's not going to go to dinner with him. So now you have to figure out how you want to proceed.
So have that talk with her and then fill us in on exactly what happened, okay?
I will. Thank you so much, you guys. Really appreciate you reaching out and getting some answers.
You're welcome.
Right.
I just feel like a best friendship is worth saving. You know, take a couple more conversations before you totally separate here.
The Bert Show.